You can do anything you set your mind to. All things are achievable through hard work and perseverance. Perhaps you've heard that sentiment before, or maybe you've been told the opposite. Maybe someone said that your goal hasn't been reached because you haven't wanted it enough, that you must truly push yourself to attain the accomplishment. These words may have been spoken as motivation, as advice, with the best of intentions. But what if you have been trying? What if you've been trying with all of your might for a very long time, and your goal seems no closer than when you started? But sometimes one can be so focused on reaching the finish line that we don't even notice we're already standing in the winner's circle. I would encourage you, no matter where you feel like you are in life, to take stock of your achievements, no matter how small, piece by piece, little by little. They are part of the vast mosaic that is your life. Perhaps you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. I assure you, you have. The fact that you're here means that you have successfully made another trip around the sun. If nothing else, you can think of that. You, suspended in space, standing on this planet, actively revolving and orbiting around the sun. Just by existing, you have travelled the equivalent of 940 million kilometers in just 1 year. There are those who say that it's the destination, not the journey. What's your journey been? How has your journey been? I know this year is hurtling through the pages of the calendar, but we can slow down and review what we've done. While others might be on creating lists with resolutions or goals, we can use two companions. Now, a type of container isn't important, but I know this looks like an empty jar, and it is. That's exactly what it is. And this was a tin, formerly filled with biscuits. A new year is supposed to say good riddance to bad rubbish, but this isn't that. No. This is the jar of joy. Hello. And it is going to be filled with positivity. And all we need is an empty jar and a little stack of note cards to write down the good things when they happen. It's important to recognize these good things because you deserve them. Without argument, no equivocation. You do. So things you write about can be small. You can write about lovely weather, a good book you read, a nice coffee or tea you enjoyed. It could be something larger like a fancy holiday or getting a promotion. Definitely be something good to write about. This jar of joy is more about the preciousness of the ordinary, the small moments, a million tiny things that occur in the passage of time. You might ask, what about everything else? The not so good things? Well, those things do happen. Of course they do. But that is where this little biscuit tin comes into play. Okay, Tin of Triumph is what we're going to be calling it. And this is where you get to write down all of the challenges that you faced. It's a way to vent in the moment, to not deny your struggles, and also to honor your perseverance. You've done a good job. So, these two containers, like you, contain multitudes. And as the day and months roll on, the more they fill. There'll be times where you need to be reminded of the good, and there will be times where you need to be reminded of your strength. Now, it's not forcing gratitude or putting on blinkers. It's an exercise in awareness of what it is to be alive. So, I am going to contribute the first note. It's a short one. Y-O-U. And I'm going to put it in the jar. Today's note of joy. There you go. I'm grateful for you.